first contact and confusion, the vast expanse of space surrounding Earth had always been a source of wonder and speculation for humanity. Little did they know that their unremarkable solar system was about to become the focal point of a galactic mystery. In the command center of the Galactic Confederation's flagship, Admiral Zorn's tentacles twitched with agitation. His compound eyes studied the holographic display before him, tracking the movements of their most advanced scout ships. One by one, the pulsating green dots representing the vessels winked out as they approached the Sol system. "Impossible," Zorn muttered, his translator converting the clicks and whistles of his native tongue into the common galactic language. How can a primitive species like humans possess technology capable of this? His second-in-command, Commander Elix, floated beside him, her bioluminescent skin flickering with concern. "Perhaps it's not technology, sir. Could it be a natural phenomenon we've overlooked?" Zorn's exoskeleton creaked as he turned to face the vast view screen, the blue-green orb of Earth now centered in its display. "Unlikely. Our sensors will have detected any anomalies. No, this is deliberate, and it's time we took direct action." As the alien flagship prepared for its approach to Earth, Dr. Samantha Chen stood before a group of wide-eyed interns in her laboratory deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. The young scientists hung on her every word as she explained the intricacies of their latest project. "The quantum entanglement field generator is the key," Samantha said, her dark eyes sparkling with excitement. "By creating a localized bubble of altered spacetime, we can effectively shift objects slightly out of phase with our reality. It's like, imagine you're looking at a book on a shelf, but suddenly it's been moved half an inch to the left. You can still see where it should be, but it's not quite there." One of the interns raised her hand. "But Dr. Chen, what's the practical application of this technology?" Samantha's expression turned serious. "Initially, we developed it as a theoretical exercise in quantum mechanics, but recent events have given us a new perspective on its potential uses." Before she could elaborate, alarms blared throughout the facility. Samantha's tablet lit up with an urgent message. Her eyes widened as she read it, and she turned to her team with a mix of excitement and trepidation. "It's happening again," she announced. "Another anomaly detected in Earth's orbit, but this time, it's bigger than anything we've seen before." As Samantha and her team rushed to the main control room, they were met by General Marcus Hayes, the military liaison to their project. His weathered face was a mask of concern. "Dr. Chen," he greeted her tersely, "please tell me you have some answers. The brass is breathing down my neck, and the president is demanding explanations." Samantha nodded, her mind already racing through possibilities. "We're working on it, General, but I think we might have accidentally created the most effective planetary defense system in history." The control room was a hive of activity as scientists and military personnel worked in tandem. Holographic displays showed the approaching alien vessel, far larger than the scout ships that had previously vanished. "It's not trying to hide this time," one of the technicians called out. "They're broadcasting some kind of signal." Samantha leaned over the console, her heart racing. "It's a first contact protocol. They're trying to communicate." General Hayes' eyebrows shot up. "Are you saying we're dealing with actual aliens here, Doctor?" "It appears so," Samantha replied, her voice barely above a whisper. "And I think we may have been accidentally swatting away their probes for months without realizing it." As the implications of her words sank in, a new alert sounded. The alien vessel had launched a smaller craft, clearly on an intercept course with Earth. "They're coming," General Hayes said grimly. "Dr. Chen, I hope you're ready to represent humanity in our first alien encounter." Samantha swallowed hard, the weight of responsibility settling on her shoulders. "I'm not sure anyone can truly be ready for this, General, but we'll do our best." As preparations for the impending meeting went into overdrive, Samantha couldn't help but marvel at the irony of the situation. Humanity had long dreamed of making contact with alien life, imagining grand technological beacons or messages broadcast across the cosmos. Instead, their first interaction had been a series of accidental disappearances caused by an experimental quantum physics project. The smaller alien craft entered Earth's atmosphere, its trajectory indicating a landing zone not far from the secret facility. As Samantha and a hastily assembled diplomatic team made their way to the surface, she tried to calm her nerves by focusing on the scientific implications of the encounter. "Remember," she told her colleagues as they piled into a military transport, "no matter how advanced they may be, the laws of physics are universal. We may not understand all their technology, but we can find common ground in science." The transport raced across the rugged landscape, escorted by a squadron of fighter jets. In the distance, a shimmering object descended from the sky, its design unlike anything human engineers had ever conceived. As they neared the landing site, Samantha's mind raced with questions. How would the aliens react to learning about the accidental defense system? Would they believe it was unintentional? And most importantly, what were their intentions toward Earth? The alien craft touched down in a clearing, its surface rippling like liquid metal. A ramp extended from its side, and a moment later, a figure emerged that defied human expectations of extraterrestrial life. Admiral Zorn stood nearly 3 meters tall, his insectoid body supported by multiple limbs. His compound eyes surveyed the assembled humans, and when he spoke, it was through a device that translated his complex vocalizations into English. "People of Earth," the alien intoned, "I am Admiral Zorn of the Galactic Confederation. We come seeking answers to a most perplexing mystery." Samantha stepped forward, her heart pounding but her voice steady. "Welcome to Earth, Admiral Zorn. I am Dr. Samantha Chen, lead scientist of the Quantum Entanglement Research Division. I believe we may have those answers for you." As human and alien stood face to face for the first time, the fate of two civilizations hung in the balance. The mystery of the vanishing fleets was about to be unraveled, but the consequences of this revelation were impossible to predict. Samantha took a deep breath, steeling herself for the conversation that would change humanity's place in the universe forever. "Admiral," she began, "we owe you an explanation, and possibly an apology." The galactic stage. As the sun rose over the Rocky Mountains, casting long shadows across the impromptu first contact site, Dr. Samantha Chen found herself at the center of the most important diplomatic meeting in human history. The quantum entanglement mishap that had inadvertently created Earth's impenetrable defense system was about to thrust humanity onto the galactic stage. Quantum shield accident turns Earth into galactic superpower. Samantha imagined the headlines that would soon sweep across the globe. She suppressed a nervous chuckle, knowing that the reality of the situation was far more complex and potentially dangerous. Admiral Zorn's towering insectoid form loomed over the assembled human delegation. His compound eyes, reflecting the morning light like fractured emeralds, focused intently on Samantha as she began her explanation. "You see, Admiral," Samantha said, her voice steady despite the gravity of the moment, "our quantum entanglement experiments were never intended as a defense system. We were exploring the fundamental nature of reality itself." Zorn's mandibles clicked in what Samantha hoped was intrigue rather than aggression. "Explain further, Dr. Chen. How does one accidentally create a technology capable of displacing entire starships?" Samantha took a deep breath, acutely aware that her next words could determine the course of human-alien relations for generations to come. "We discovered a way to create localized bubbles of altered spacetime. Objects within these bubbles are shifted slightly out of phase with our normal reality. It's like, imagine a fish in a river suddenly finding itself in a pocket of air. It's still in the river, but unable to interact with the water around it." A ripple of something akin to excitement passed through Zorn's exoskeleton. "Fascinating. And you're saying this effect extended far beyond your planet's atmosphere?" "Exactly," Samantha nodded, warming to the topic. "The quantum field generator's effects propagated much further than we anticipated. Your scout ships were essentially caught in these bubbles, shifted into a parallel dimension where they couldn't interact with our reality." As Samantha spoke, she noticed a change in the atmosphere. The tension that had permeated the first moments of contact seemed to be dissipating, replaced by a sense of scientific curiosity. Even General Hayes, standing at attention nearby, appeared to be following the explanation with interest. Epic science fail saves Earth from alien invasion. Another imaginary headline flashed through Samantha's mind, and this time she couldn't suppress a small smile. Admiral Zorn's next words, however, wiped the smile from her face. Dr. Chen, while your explanation is intriguing, it raises serious concerns. The Galactic Confederation cannot ignore the potential threat posed by such technology, accidental or not. The alien admiral's words hung in the air, heavy with implication. Samantha felt the weight of responsibility settling on her shoulders once more. She was no longer just a scientist. She had become Earth's de facto ambassador to an advanced alien civilization. Admiral, she began, choosing her words carefully, I assure you that Earth has no hostile intentions. We're a curious species, driven by the desire to understand the universe around us. This technology was born from that curiosity, not from any wish to harm or hinder others. Zorn's compound eyes seemed to shimmer as he processed her words. Your assurances are noted, Dr. Chen. However, the Galactic Confederation must consider the larger implications. A species as young as humanity possessing such advanced technology upsets the balance of power in this sector of the galaxy. As if on cue, a series of sharp beeps emanated from a device on Zorn's exoskeleton. The alien admiral turned slightly, engaging in a rapid-fire exchange of clicks and whistles with an unseen party. General Hayes leaned in close to Samantha, his voice a tense whisper. What's happening, Doctor? Are we in danger? Before Samantha could respond, Admiral Zorn turned back to address the human delegation. It seems, he announced, his translator struggling to convey the mix of emotions in his alien voice, that news of Earth's capabilities has already spread through subspace communications. The Galactic Confederation Council is convening an emergency session to discuss the human situation. Humans, guardians of the galaxy or cosmic threat. Samantha's mind conjured yet another sensational headline, but this time the implications were far from amusing. Admiral, she said, stepping forward, surely there's a way we can demonstrate our peaceful intentions. Perhaps a cultural exchange or a sharing of scientific knowledge. Zorn's mandibles clacked in what might have been consideration. Your offer is appreciated, Dr. Chen. However, the situation has escalated beyond simple diplomacy. Representatives from various galactic factions are already en route to your solar system. Earth has become the focus of intense interstellar interest overnight. As if to underscore the aliens' words, a series of bright flashes lit up the morning sky. Samantha gasped as she realized they were watching the arrival of multiple alien ships, their faster-than-light drives creating miniature supernovas as they decelerated into normal space. My God, General Hayes breathed, his military composure slipping for a moment. How many are there? Admiral Zorn's answer sent a chill down Samantha's spine. At least a dozen major galactic powers are sending delegations. Some out of curiosity, others out of fear, and a few. He paused, his alien features impossible to read, a few with less than benevolent intentions. Samantha's mind raced, trying to grasp the full implications of what was unfolding. Earth, long thought to be an insignificant speck in the cosmic ocean, had suddenly become the center of galactic politics. That accidental quantum shield had catapulted humanity from obscurity to a potential superpower overnight. We need to prepare, she said, turning to General Hayes. Alert the world's governments, but do it quietly. We can't risk global panic. The general nodded grimly. I'll contact the president immediately. But Dr. Chen, what do we tell the public? How do we prepare for this? He gestured at the sky, now filled with the twinkling lights of approaching alien ships. Samantha took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders as she faced the enormity of the task ahead. We tell them the truth, or at least as much of it as we can without causing widespread fear. And we prepare by doing what humanity does best. We adapt, we innovate, and we face the unknown with courage and curiosity. As the human delegation scrambled to respond to this unprecedented situation, Admiral Zorn watched with a mix of fascination and concern. The next few days would determine whether Earth would become a respected member of the galactic community or a target for those who feared its newfound power. Humanity's quantum leap, from Earthbound to Stardust. Samantha allowed herself one final imaginary headline. Whatever happened next, one thing was certain: the human race would never be the same again. The galactic stage awaited, and Earth was about to make its debut in a performance that would echo across the cosmos. Crisis and Ingenuity. Earth's quantum shield, humanity's accidental superweapon, shocks the galaxy. Dr. Samantha Chen couldn't help but smirk at the holographic headlines floating above her desk. In the week since first contact, Earth had become the hottest topic in galactic news. The secret was out, and the world was reeling from the revelation that not only were we not alone in the universe, but we had accidentally created a technology that made advanced alien civilizations nervous. Quantum entanglement for dummies: how Earth stumbled into galactic supremacy. Samantha swiped away the sensationalist headlines, focusing instead on the real challenge at hand. The United Nations Security Council chamber had been hastily converted into an impromptu galactic embassy, with holographic projections of alien diplomats from a dozen different species flickering around the room. Dr. Chen, the hologram of Sarlacc, a gelatinous being from the Andromeda Galaxy, burbled through its translator, "Your quantum shield technology violates at least 3 intergalactic treaties. The Zorblaxian hegemony demands immediate access to your research." Before Samantha could respond, another alien diplomat, a crystalline entity named Crix, chimed in. "Nonsense. Earth is clearly too primitive to be trusted with such power. We propose immediate quarantine of the entire solar system." The chamber erupted into a cacophony of alien languages, each species arguing for their own agenda. Samantha exchanged a weary glance with UN Secretary-General Adebayo, who looked like he was developing a migraine. "Enough." The booming voice of Admiral Zorn cut through the chaos. The insectoid alien had become an unexpected ally in the days since first contact. "We are here to find a solution, not bicker like larval quatloos." Samantha stood, her voice calm but firm. "Thank you, Admiral. Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all designations, I understand your concerns, but I assure you, Earth has no intention of becoming a galactic superpower overnight. Epic fail or cosmic win, Earth's clumsy first steps into the galactic community." As if on cue, alarms blared throughout the chamber. A junior officer burst in, his face pale. "Dr. Chen, we're detecting a massive energy signature at the edge of the solar system. It's like nothing we've ever seen." Holographic displays flickered to life, showing a massive vessel emerging from what appeared to be a tear in the fabric of space itself. Its design was angular and threatening, bristling with what were unmistakably weapons. "By the cosmic egg," Admiral Zorn chittered, his compound eyes wide. "It's the Voidborn. They're not supposed to be in this sector for another millennium." Plot twist: ancient cosmic horror crashes Earth's galactic debut party. Samantha's mind raced. The Voidborn, from what she had gleaned from alien historical records, were a mysterious and terrifying force that appeared every few thousand years to cleanse sectors of the galaxy they deemed unworthy. And now, drawn by the anomalous energy of Earth's quantum shield, they had arrived millennia ahead of schedule. "We need options, people," Secretary-General Adebayo shouted, his usual diplomatic composure cracking under the pressure. Samantha's eyes lit up as an idea formed. It was crazy, potentially suicidal, but it just might work. "What if," she began, her voice gaining strength as she spoke, "we don't fight them, but hide the entire Earth?" The chamber fell silent, all eyes and various sensory organs turned to her. "Explain, Dr. Chen," Admiral Zorn urged, a glimmer of hope in his alien features. Samantha took a deep breath. We've been thinking too small. Instead of creating localized quantum bubbles, what if we expanded the effect to encompass the entire planet? We could shift Earth slightly out of phase with the rest of the universe, rendering us invisible and intangible to the Voidborn. You want to phase shift an entire planet. Sarlacc's gelatinous form rippled with disbelief. The energy requirements alone would be astronomical, yes, Samantha finished. But not impossible, not if we work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Earth and aliens unite to sidestep cosmic horror. What followed was a montage of frantic activity that would have made any sci-fi blockbuster proud. Alien scientists and human engineers worked side by side, adapting the quantum shield technology to a planetary scale. Samantha found herself in the surreal position of explaining quantum physics to beings who had mastered interstellar travel, while simultaneously learning about exotic energy sources from creatures that looked like they had stepped out of a fever dream. As the Voidborn ship drew closer, its ominous presence looming larger in Earth's skies, the unlikely alliance raced against time. Social media exploded with a mix of panic and memes, hashtag Voidborn invasion and hashtag Quantum Earth Challenge trending globally. Last-minute science project, Earth Edition. Can humanity cram for the biggest test in history? In a secret facility, deep beneath the Antarctic ice, Samantha stood before a massive array of alien and human technology cobbled together in a feat of engineering that defied belief. Holographic displays showed the Voidborn ship entering the solar system, its weapons charging. It's now or never, Samantha said, her hand hovering over the activation switch. She looked around at the diverse group of humans and aliens who had worked tirelessly to make this moment possible. Whatever happens, it's been an honor. With a deep breath, Samantha pressed the button. The room filled with a high-pitched whine as unimaginable amounts of energy surged through the device. Outside, the sky seemed to ripple and distort. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, like a cosmic special effect, the stars began to shift. The Voidborn ship, now visible to the naked eye, seemed to pass right through where Earth should have been. Did it work? Secretary General Adebayo asked, his voice barely a whisper. Admiral Zorn consulted a device on his exoskeleton. By all the stars, he breathed. You did it. Earth is gone, at least from the perspective of normal space-time. A cheer went up from the assembled team, a chorus of human voices mingling with alien sounds of celebration. They had done the impossible, hiding an entire planet from a cosmic threat. Earth Ghost's cosmic horror. Humanity's cloaking device leaves Voidborn on read. As the Voidborn ship moved on, unaware of the audacious feat that had just occurred, Samantha allowed herself a moment of relief, but she knew this was just the beginning. Earth was now truly part of a larger galactic community, for better or worse. So, she said, turning to the assembled alien diplomats with a mix of exhaustion and excitement, who's ready to negotiate our official entry into galactic politics. The adventure was far from over. Earth had made its grand entrance onto the cosmic stage, and the next act promised to be even more thrilling. Battle for Earth's future. Earth's quantum gambit. How humans turned the galaxy upside down. The holographic war room aboard the hastily assembled Earth Defense Station hummed with tension. Dr. Samantha Chen stood at its center, surrounded by a motley crew of human leaders and alien allies. The station, a cobbled-together marvel of human ingenuity and alien tech, orbited a phase-shifted Earth that flickered in and out of normal space-time like a cosmic strobe light. Galactic chess. Earth's 4D move breaks the universe. Status report, Samantha called out, her voice steady despite the chaos unfolding around them. A young lieutenant, his uniform bearing the newly minted Earth Defense Force insignia, responded. The Voidborn fleet has realized Earth is missing, Dr. Chen. They're throwing a tantrum of cosmic proportions. Holographic displays showed the terrifying void-borne ships unleashing planet-cracking weaponry on the empty space where Earth should have been. Each blast sent ripples through the fabric of space-time, threatening to disrupt Earth's delicate quantum state. Turns out, ghosting a cosmic horror doesn't end well. Who knew? Samantha muttered, earning a chorus of nervous chuckles from the human staff and confused looks from the alien allies. Admiral Zorn, now Earth's unofficial liaison to the Galactic Confederation, chittered in concern. Dr. Chen, the Voidborn's attacks are creating quantum instabilities. If this continues, Earth could be forcibly phased back into normal space, right in the middle of their fleet. When unsubscribing from the universe goes wrong, Earth's escape plan backfires. Samantha's mind raced. The quantum-facing technology that had saved Earth was now threatening to become its downfall. They needed a new plan, and fast. What if, she began, her eyes lighting up with that dangerous gleam that had come to both excite and terrify her colleagues, we don't just hide. What if we fight fire with fire, or in this case, quantum instability with quantum instability? The room fell silent, all eyes and various alien sensory organs fixed on her. Explain, Dr. Chen, Secretary General Adebayo urged, his voice a mix of hope and trepidation. Samantha grinned, the kind of grin that had preceded humanity's greatest triumphs and most spectacular disasters. We've been using the quantum-facing defensively, but what if we weaponized it? Create localized bubbles of phase-shifted space around the void-borne ships, trapping them in pocket dimensions. You want to put the cosmic horrors in quantum timeout. Admiral Zorn's mandibles clicked in what Samantha had come to recognize as bemused disbelief. Exactly, Samantha exclaimed. We'll call it Operation Cosmic Bubble Wrap. Humanity's secret weapon, memes and quantum physics. What followed was a montage of frenzy activity that would have made any sci-fi director weep with joy. Human engineers worked alongside alien scientists, repurposing the quantum-facing technology into a weapon the likes of which the galaxy had never seen. Social media exploded with a mix of apocalyptic panic and gallows humor. #VoidborneVacation and #QuantumKarma trended globally, with memes about Earth's cosmic hide-and-seek game spreading faster than the news of impending doom. Earth's Hail Mary, DIY cosmic defense for dummies. In the depths of the Lunar Quantum Laboratory, now connected to the orbiting defense station by a shimmering Einstein-Rosen bridge, courtesy of their News or Blaxian allies, Samantha stood before a device that looked like a cross between a particle accelerator and a disco ball. Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all configurations, she announced, her hand hovering over the activation switch. Let's pop some cosmic bubble wrap. With a deep breath and a silent prayer to the laws of physics, Samantha activated the device. The effect was immediate and breathtaking. Beams of scintillating energy shot out from the defense station, enveloping the void-borne ships one by one. Each massive vessel seemed to ripple and distort before vanishing with a visual effect that looked suspiciously like soap bubbles popping in zero gravity. Did it work? Secretary General Adebayo asked, his voice barely a whisper. Admiral Zorn consulted a bewildering array of alien sensors. By the cosmic egg, he breathed, his compound eyes wide with astonishment. You did it. The void-borne fleet is gone, trapped in pocket dimensions of phase-shifted space-time. A cheer went up from the assembled team, a cacophony of human whoops and alien sounds of celebration. They had done the impossible, again. Earth defeats cosmic horror with one weird trick. Void-borne hate this. As the immediate threat subsided, Samantha allowed herself a moment of relief, but she knew the adventure was far from over. The Voidborne weren't destroyed, merely contained, and Earth had just demonstrated a level of technological prowess that would send shockwaves through the galactic community. So, she said, turning to the assembled human leaders and alien allies with a mix of exhaustion and excitement, who's ready to negotiate the terms of Earth's new role as the galaxy's premier cosmic pest control service. The implications were staggering. Earth, in the span of a few weeks, had gone from a primitive backwater to a force capable of neutralizing one of the galaxy's most terrifying threats. The balance of power had shifted, and the universe would never be the same. Earth's quantum leap, from zero to galactic hero. As news of Earth's victory spread across subspace channels, the planet phased back into normal spacetime to face a new reality. Humanity had earned its place among the stars, but with great power came great responsibility and a whole lot of intergalactic paperwork. Samantha couldn't help but chuckle as she imagined the next wave of clickbait headlines. 10 things you didn't know about Earth's quantum arsenal. Number 7 will blow your mind. From lab accident to galactic superpower, Earth's rags to riches story. Voidborn contained. Is Earth the new cosmic Ghostbusters? The battle for Earth's future had been won, but the war for its place in the cosmic order was just beginning. And Samantha Chen, accidental architect of humanity's ascension, couldn't wait to see what the universe had in store for them next. A new era dawns. Earth goes viral. How memes and quantum physics saved the galaxy. The United Nations Assembly Hall, now expanded to accommodate delegates from across the Milky Way, buzzed with an energy that made New York rush hour seem tranquil by comparison. Dr. Samantha Chen, sporting dark circles under her eyes and a smile that threatened to break her face, stood at the podium, facing the most diverse audience in human history. Humans, the universe's unexpected influencers. Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of all designations, Samantha began, her voice carrying across the chamber, and through countless subspace channels. I stand before you today to announce that Earth is officially open for galactic business. A chorus of cheers, clicks, whistles, and electromagnetic pulses filled the air. Holographic displays showed similar celebrations erupting across the planet and on thousands of alien worlds. Earth's quantum glow-up, from cosmic wallflower to galactic prom queen. In the weeks following the containment of the void-born threat, Earth had become the hottest topic in the universe. Alien tourists flooded designated first contact zones, eager to see the planet that had turned galactic politics on its head. #Earthislet and #QuantumQuirks trended across interstellar social media platforms. But with great power comes great responsibility, Samantha continued, her tone growing serious. And a whole lot of paperwork. So let's talk about Earth's new role in the cosmic community. What followed was a presentation that would have made even the most seasoned TE Talk speaker sweat. Samantha deftly navigated through complex topics like quantum ethics, when is it okay to bubble wrap a cosmic horror, and integrating human meme culture into galactic diplomacy. 10 ways Earth broke the universe. You won't believe number 7. As Samantha outlined Earth's proposals for galactic cooperation, holoscreens around the chamber displayed a mind-bending array of innovations. The quantum entanglement dating app, finding your soulmate across space and time. Meme-powered translators, because sometimes a picture of a grumpy cat says more than 1,000 words. The Intergalactic Binge Watch Initiative, bringing Netflix to every corner of the cosmos. Quantum cuisine, Schrodinger's cat food, it's delicious and not delicious until you open the can. The Universal Influencer Program, making your cat famous in 17 dimensions. Admiral Zorn, now sporting a I-Earth pin on his exoskeleton, chittered appreciatively as Samantha concluded her presentation. Dr. Chen, he said, his translator struggling to convey his mix of amusement and awe, you've turned the galaxy upside down, inside out, and possibly sideways through a quantum pretzel. The Galactic Confederation officially recognizes Earth as a major power, and we're a little terrified of what you'll do next. Samantha grinned. That's fair. We terrify ourselves sometimes. As the Assembly moved to vote on Earth's new galactic status, social media exploded with reactions. At Cosmical, Earth just speedrun galactic politics. GG humans, hashtag Earth up P. At Zorblax Prime, anyone else feel like we just got rickrolled by an entire planet? Hashtag never gonna fizz you up. At Voidborn Survivor 328, petition to rename Earth to that planet that shall not be named, hashtag still trapped. The galaxy reacts. You won't believe what these aliens said about Earth. The vote was unanimous. Earth was officially recognized as a major galactic power, with all the rights, responsibilities, and subscription services that entailed. Earth's secret sauce: how chaos and creativity conquered the cosmos. As the chamber erupted in celebration, Samantha found a quiet corner to catch her breath. She was joined by an unlikely pair, a holographic projection of a Zorblaxian energy being and a very real, very excited Labrador retriever wearing a spacesuit. Dr. Chen, the Zorblaxian, hummed, its form shimmering with curiosity. We've analyzed your memes and viral videos. We believe they may be the key to unlocking new forms of faster-than-light communication. Samantha blinked. You want to use memes to improve FTL tech? The Labrador, Earth's first canine ambassador to the stars, because of course that was a thing now, woofed enthusiastically. Why not? Samantha laughed, scratching the dog behind its ears. At this point, I'm pretty sure the laws of physics are just guidelines anyway. Breaking news: scientists confirm universe has a sense of humor. Film at 11. As the celebrations continued, Samantha couldn't help but marvel at the bizarre turn her life had taken. From a quantum physicist working on obscure theories to the architect of Earth's galactic ascension, all because of a lab accident and humanity's knack for turning chaos into opportunity. The future was uncertain, filled with challenges and possibilities beyond imagination. But one thing was clear: the universe would never be the same, and humanity was ready to leave its mark on the cosmos. Earth's next frontier, making the galaxy dank again. As Samantha prepared to face the swarm of alien journalists eager for a quote, she couldn't help but smile at the absurdity of it all. Humanity had faced its greatest challenge and emerged victorious, armed with nothing but quantum physics, meme culture, and a stubbornness that seemed to defy the laws of the universe itself. The galaxy didn't stand a chance. Stay tuned, folks, Samantha muttered to herself as she stepped into the spotlight, ready to introduce the universe to humanity's unique brand of cosmic chaos. Because if you thought this was wild, just wait until we figure out how to weaponize cat videos. The adventure was far from over. In fact, it was just beginning. And somewhere in the vast expanse of the cosmos, the universe itself seemed to be holding its breath, wondering what these strange, meme-loving, quantum-tinkering humans would do next. Fade to black. Roll credits. Cue epic soundtrack. Hashtag Earth Unleashed. Hashtag Quantum Memolord. Hashtag Galaxy's Next Top Species.